I don't like the music of the game. The music of the game is quite scary. I cannot find it. Yippee, I love that. Why does it detect my calculator? My calculator is not even. There. I don't know why. Please? Can you detect the game? Please, I am asking nicely. Ah. Ah, there you go. There you go. Look how nice it seems. Should I change my model? I kind of wanted to stream with. Since it's a spooky game, let me switch my model. There you go. Spooky model for spooky game. If you can actually say that Lucy is spooky. There you go. Look at the wiggles. Let's go. I cannot wait to finish Sola's models as well, but I've been kind of pushing the line work of the model because they have a lot more detail than Lucy's, and I am quite lazy right now. But yeah, there you go. So Tangled Tower. Create new file. Let's go. Can I? The beginning. In the beginning. Tangled Tower, mid-afternoon. Next edge.
You ready, Sally?
Rimore, I've been standing here for 7.5 minutes.
Why is your name Grimoire?
Just checking.
Do you have the map?
Yeah, but it's basically blank. Did you read the case file? What do you think?
I'm not sure yet. It's really not a lot to go on. Did you read it?
Yeah, I'll read it on the way to the crime scene.
Yay! Case file. Murder victim. Wait, it's loud. I cannot concentrate if it's too loud. I'm so sorry. I cannot. Other question is why not? What do you mean why not? Murder victim Freya Fellow, 19. Died whilst painting a portrait of Flora Fellow. By his name. Oh, okay. It took me a second to understand what you meant. But I mean, yeah, sure, why not? Location, Flora's tower. Flora was present as she was posing for a portrait. Freya Fellow was found lying on her back with a single stab wound on her chest. No weapon was found at the scene. I forgot to change the game. Give me a second. I forgot to change the game.
Faut faire un petit tour sur la gauche entre ces baraques qui sont statiques.
There you go. Stop. Chest. No weapon was found at the scene, but the subject of Freya's unfinished painting is holding a knife. The red color on the tip of the knife is not paint. It was discovered to be blood. So yeah, that's basically what happened. There was like, from what I saw when I got the game that made me want to get it, is that there was basically a murder, and the only track we have, like the only thing that we have is the painting. Like the only culprit, quote unquote, that could be is the painting, and you have to discover what happened. Tangled Tower, small painting on a scrap of paper. A few notes have been written on the back. Nowadays it goes by Tangled Tower, but it's actually a pair of towers connected by a mansion at the base. It is surrounded by a circular lake. The water is an unusual mix of colors. The lake is enclosed by sheer, spat cliffs, which are too steep and smooth to climb. There is too steep and smooth to climb. Tangled Tower is currently home to both the Fellow family and the Porter family. Okay. Freya. Oh, was Freya killed? Okay.
It's a bird bath.
It's a bad bath. Right. Different model. Yes, different model. We are doing spooky games, so I'm take spooky model. I was supposed to stream all along with Lucy's model, but Dendro Fox came in chat and I wanted to show them the model, the model they made me. Agree. It's so funny that they came on the stream when I have decided to not use my usual model. But I ended up using Lau's model because they were there, so I wanted to show it to them. So yeah, but now we're back with Lucy's model because I love it. I don't have a mouth, so you don't really see me speak, but it's very wiggly, so. You have no mouth, I have no mouth, but I have Wiggles physics. I have jiggle physics, and that's so much more important than having an actual mouth on nose. So yeah. There you go.
Is that just rainwater? Looks a little weird.
So this is your normal one. No, it's not my main model. My main model is Lau's one. But I made Lucy's model for fun. So yeah.
The birds seem to like it.
They're even singing a little tune.
Hello everybody, my name is Markham.
Toot, 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 toot.
Yeah, he is Markiplier. He has the same personality.
Please don't do that.
It's the little boat we used to cross the lake. It's the only way on or off the island.
What a comforting thought.
It's a point clicker. I love point clickers.
That's a big lake.
It's kind of purple. Looks poisonous.
I think it's just water.
Yeah, water with poison in it.
Water with poison in it. Like the stubble of the hair. Yeah, it is definitely Markiplier. That's
It's
wrong.
path for walking.
Can you really click on anything?
Why is the sky yellow?
Not everything is a mystery, Grimoire. The sky can be whatever color it likes.
Can you legit click
It's
on
just an
anything?
archway, but it seems a little ominous. Like walking through it might give you bad luck.
Too late.
I love her. I love her so much. I just started playing. I love her so much.
I tied the boat up to the mooring post, so it'll stay put. For now. Probably.
Loving the confidence.
Water with poison in it. Yeah.
It's a garden, I think. It's currently far away.
We could walk closer to it.
Ready when you are.
Do you think anybody's watching us from one of those windows?
Maybe. Let's wave just in case.
Just smile and wave. Touch the
The ground's
grass.
moist. but it's not muddy. Wonder how often it rains here.
Not in time I would touch grass.
Tu fais ta baraque et tu la customises.
I cannot believe how exciting this murder investigation is already.
What are they?
Wind chimes. Silent, wooden wind chimes. It's a garden, I think.
We
Ready when you are.
mountains.
Nope. They're too steep and too smooth to be mountains. They're more like cliffs.
Whatever
What's
they
the
are, they go
difference?
all the way around the lake, like a barrier.
I like that woman. Yes, yes, I love her so much. I already forgot her name, but
So, who do you think did it?
Sally, you know full well
Sally.
we haven't met a single suspect yet. We haven't even been to the crime scene.
Still, I reckon I've got it all worked out.
okay, let's keep moving.
Laisse un rangement classique, tu te sers pas, faut
I love the little sprites. Oh my god, what is that? What is this? Garden. Yippee.
It's a path through the garden. Leads up to the house, I assume. And it's full of the same weird water that was in the lake.
Any fish in there?
Not a single one. Although there is something in there.
It's a cassette tape. Or it used to be.
Let me see. Damaged tape. Cassette tape has been damaged by water. The ink on the label is blurred and illegible. I do not know words. Okay. I have a clue.
Spooky.
Spooky.
What do you think it's for?
I think it's to scare away detectives.
Is it working?
No.
No.
It's a statue of some hideous, scaly, bipedal fish monster.
Playing a harp.
Playing a harp.
Playing a harp.
Hang on a second.
The closer. Oh, I can.
This isn't just a regular
Yeah,
statue,
this
is
side
it?
you have the same face energy, and then this, yeah.
Something tells me we're not gonna solve this just yet.
Doesn't seem like this person can solve it. I don't care. I want a brute force it. I'm not gonna brute force
Let's
it.
come back later.
I don't know
It
how.
must do something.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
Yippee. Harp statue, an old weathered statue of an amphibious creature holding a large harp. Symbols are engraved on each of the harp force column segment. Yes, thank you.
It's a stone carving. Wonder how it got cracked.
I think it's supposed to look like that. It's an
Looks
egg.
like, oh, I was like, it looks like an egg, and she just cut me off and said, it's an egg. What's that me with the keys? I'm not gonna waste my keys. I'm gonna waste my keys. Yeah, it's exactly the same vibe.
It's a bandstand.
Bit small for a bandstand.
It's a one-man bandstand.
Mushroom!
This is some garden.
Do the plants all look a little strange to you?
Mushrooms.
This is some
Do the plants all look a little...
What animal is that?
Hawk. Bear. Lizard.
Yes.
Right, of course. A hawk bear lizard.
Hawk bear lizard.
Je peux lancer un petit code, Mortier?
This is some garden.
Do the plants all look a little...
It's quiet.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to say, too quiet?
It's not. It's an appropriate amount of quiet.
Yes, we love the appropriate.
That must be Tangled Tower.
We all love appropriate quiet. I think I pretty much clicked on everything already. Yeah, got the damage tape.
It's full of the same weird...
Any fish in
Not
there?
a single... Although there is something.
It's a cassette tape. Or it used to be.
Yeah, already got that. Okay. Don't think. Look at the little sprites. They're so cute and wiggly. Dragon. I don't know if it's a dragon. It's an oak bear lizard.
Oui.
They're always down.
What?
Oh, there's an O on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tangled Tower.
I love them so much.
Tour.
What? This game, point and click games are really bad for my ADHD, but they're so good for my autism.
Little bird feeders.
How do you know they're for birds?
Yeah, that's right. How do
It's
you know
red,
they're for
but
birds?
I don't think it's painted. It's just red.
To where? Yes. Ding ding.
Should we ring the doorbell?
Why would we not? It's a little melody. Do you think he'll start to move if we try to go inside?
No, I think he'll just silently judge us.
That's why I don't like statues. They kind of looks like they are silently judging you sometimes.
Is that an envelope?
It's been opened, but the letter's still in there. Let's read it.
Isn't that an invasion of someone's privacy?
No, definitely.
So letter says, the envelope has been ripped open. There's a single piece of paper inside. The combination is drawn on the other sheet. When you have memorized. Once you have memorized, destroy it. I do not agree with your reasons. You will not find it down there. Okay.
A path leading towards the stone square. It's not soil, it's stone.
It's red, but I don't think it's just red. That leads back to the gardens.
Why build a house here anyway?
I'm sure they had their reasons. Which one do you think came first? The tree or the house?
The age-old question.
Yes. What is that?
Why build a house here anyway?
I'm sure they had their reasons.
Bed.
Why build a house
I'm
here?
sure they had their
Okay.
reasons. Oh.
What?
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
tour.
Okay. What is that?
A path leading towards the stone
Okay,
square.
there's something. Oh, you cannot see it because there's my face in front of it. But there's like something that looks like it's dangling from the bush, but I cannot click it. So, that's fine. Alright, let's keep going. Should we go? I want to explore a bit more.
Let's
see.
head to the crime scene first.
Oh,
It's at
okay.
the top of the west tower, I think.
Okay, never mind then. Thank you, Sally. I love the sarcasm. Yeah, I love it so much. What?
It's a big glass tube filled with water.
There are weeds in there. And sand.
It's an aquarium?
Could be. Except there's nothing living in it anymore.
What do you mean anymore?
Sally, check those plants for clues.
Is soil a clue?
F.
A big letter F.
Of course. Who doesn't hang a giant banner of their initial in the lobby of their mansion?
I don't really do that.
This one has a big P.
That's probably important.
How very perceptive of you.
I love the dynamic. I love the dynamic so much.
What is that?
I think it's a family tree.
Looks closer. Let's see. Lord Fellow. Lady Fellow. So that's stone tap. Oh, I thought. Wait, hold on. I got confused for a second, and I thought he had like a daughter or something, and he had a daughter with his daughter. I got confused, but no. He just got married to that one and got the kids there, but then he got another one on the side, and then he got more kids. What was the name of the one who died? I forgot.
Moi, je peux faire des toilettes. Ah, moi aussi, je peux les faire en bois.
Okay, is it they somehow ended up being like one? The bottom one. The bottom one.
Fiona Fellow, dead center. She must be important.
She's half fellow and half Remington.
Do you think she still lives here?
No, that wasn't her.
Freya Fellow.
I think it was
Murder
Freya.
victim.
Yeah.
Sans stresser, monsieur.
She's barely related to the main family at all.
Poppy Pointer.
She's half Remington and half Pointer.
Do you think she still lives here? Fitzfellow. Half fellow, half Everstone.
Do you think he still lives here?
I don't think that would do anything.
Lord Fellow.
Looks like he was married twice.
Scandal.
Candle.
Selena Stonetop.
No family line. Apparently, she just appeared out of nowhere.
Felicia Fellow.
Freya's mother.
Qui parle et-
Do you think she still lives here?
Damien does.
Whoa. Is it too late to change my name to Detective Dusk?
It's Freya's father. Do you think he still lives here?
Ouais, Yuki, je te fais ça.
I don't think I would get a lot of information.
Penelope Pointer.
Half pointer?
Do you think she still lives here?
Yeah, I don't think I will have more information. I mean,
Lord
He
Remington.
sounds important.
Yeah.
Lord.
This goes back a couple of generations.
Yeah, I don't think I will have more information. Everstone is an amazing surname. It is.
Finally, we get to investigate a murder in a spooky mansion.
It's not that spooky, really.
Don't ruin this. A door.
A door.
Oh, what's behind it?
A room.
Oh, I don't know why that was so funny to me.
It's not locked.
Stairs.
Stairs.
Stairs?
The difference in tone.
Stairs.
Like stairs.
Stairs?
Difference in tone. I love it.
Finally, we get to investigate.
not
Don't
that.
ruin this.
Alright, can I touch the
Finally,
No.
it's don't ruin this.
Montrer un truc
Alright.
aux parents que actuellement,
Alright.
vous pouvez faire, c'est
Stairs.
quand tu prends tes bras, tu fais toucher
Wow,
tes,
stairs. Where do I have to go now? I have to go there. Yippee!
tes poignets en même temps. Et en ramassant
Flora's Tower.
une femme qui est censée
Hello there.
Let's take a look at that painting first.
Okay, never mind then.
There it is. The unfinished portrait of Flora Fellow.
So, what? Freya was killed halfway through painting it?
Looks that way.
Painted portrait. Freya was unable to finish the painting as she died. Sometime during the process, Flora appears to be wielding a knife. The red substance on the tip was discovered to be blood.
I wonder if all of Freya's paintings are this creepy. Maybe it's just because she never got to finish it.
raclette.
There's something wrong with the crime scene. And something really weird about the murder weapon.
We
I-
didn't find a murder weapon.
Long neck, yes. Neck! Something very strange about how Freya was killed.
Le premier jour que je suis arrivé ici, je l'ai pris dans mes bras comme ça, j'ai claqué la tête dans un lustre.
Covered in was used to knock out. It's holding a knife tipped with.
Ça faisait 5 minutes que
Side.
j'étais rentré dans l'appartement, ça fait boum.
Flora's portrait
Voilà,
was
voilà.
tipped with blood.
Exactement.
But was Freya put it there. Tree because it stabbed Freya, but first.
Ah, lui non plus, ça lui a plu.
Don't think that should.
Ah, bah, première fois.
I don't think that's the conclusion I should be doing now.
C'est bizarre.
Freya stole it. It was removed from the scene. Freya put it there because Freya was going to eat it. I feel like this conclusion is not really. She painted it, but it was blood. Why would she use her own
Quand même, je crois que
blood
c'est plus solide.
to paint on a portrait that is not for herself?
Ah si, oui. La 9, c'est trop 4
Flora's portrait is holding a knife tipped with blood because it stabbed Freya.
But I don't know. She's not.
What?
What?
Weird, huh?
You think Freya was stabbed by a painting? Not by the woman from the painting, but by the painting itself.
Mm-hmm. Freya was standing right up by the canvas when she was killed. There's blood on the knife. It's the murder weapon.
Right, but it's not actually a knife. It can't stab.
See any other knives around here? Case closed.
The case is not closed.
8.
And even if you were right, where does that leave us? A painting can't be a murder suspect.
25, 32 profondeur, tu fais jusque là-bas.
Oh my god, that was loud.
Bah oui, parce que le ressenti, c'est la surface.
Alright, let's try to check a bit around more.
Après,
Is that a gramophone?
I think so. Except it's got a tape deck instead of a turntable.
It's also got a big crack down the middle.
It plays cassette tapes instead of vinyl records. Pointed toward the middle of the room, there's noticeable cracks running through it, all the way from the horn down through the tape deck. It is in very bad shape.
What about the cassette tape?
Yeah, it sure is. Pink.
Pink. Oh, it is really pink! Oh god. Cassette tapes has a crack down the middle. There is handwritten message to the little Freya.
Do you think it still works?
The gramophone? We could give it a go.
Try it. I don't know. Let's try that one. Does that play anything?
Qu'est-ce que ça? Ah merde, je suis détaillé. Ah, faire ta pawa. Bon, bah j'ai fait deux tables. Qui veut une table? Ok, on envoie une. Du coup, comment en bataillé ou classique? Ok.
Weird.
It is quite weird.
T'en rapportes 60, ça ira.
It's someone humming a tune.
There's a lot of things about tunes in this game. It's a record of someone working outdoors, distorting humming melody. Distorting humming melody can be heard. Okay.
It's piano music.
Du coup, si tu veux descendre de...
Playing piano music. Plays for a short while before stopping. Right. But I wanna see. That just makes it 1,000 times worse. that makes it 1,000 times worse. Oh my god. Never do that again.
Je le mets où, moi? Je le mets là.
That doesn't do anything.
Le bois, je te le mets.
Alright. Egg.
Is that an egg? An egg with bird feet.
It's also covered in gemstones.
Maybe the same song from the pink tape? I don't know. I didn't really...
What a completely ordinary object.
Gems.
I think it's a container for something.
Those gems look like they come off.
Je l'ai mis dans ta tente, ta gueule.
So the position of the gem rotated the axis is clear
Nope.
on the back.
Did
Nope.
you check the clue on the back of the egg? I'm pretty sure it explains where to put each of the gemstones.
Oh, okay. I don't like when they do that. Okay. So the blue is supposed to go here. And red one is going to go here. Okay. Starting from there. I'm lost.
Le mets dans comme combustible.
Oh, okay, never mind. I got it. So that one goes here. Blue goes here. And purple goes here. Red and green. The last one I didn't do is that one.
qu'avant. Hein.
Wait, no.
C'est le principe du micro.
That one I didn't do that. There.
Tu passes une heure avec ta copine,
So-
t'as l'impression que ça dure une minute, tu passes une minute devant le micro-ondes, t'as l'impression que ça dure une heure.
That's the opposite. And that one, the purple is on the short end.
Ah non, j'ai pas vu. Non.
And it's both pink, so that should do.
I got it.
It's sideways. No, it wasn't exactly sideways. It was all tangled up.
I'm impressed.
On a haut de disponible.
Did it unlock? What's in there?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Well, I'm not leaving without a clue. An empty egg is a clue, right?
I guess so. Empty egg. Once unlocked, the egg can be opened and it's currently empty. The lining on the egg is a soft, velvet-like material. The egg is supported by a stand made of brass. It rests on 3 strange feet with pointed claws. Fine. Loop.
The outline of Freya Fellow. Looks like she fell onto her back. There's a single patch of blood, right in the middle. No real signs of a struggle.
That's weird.
What?
Her feet were right up by the canvas.
So?
So she was probably standing really close to the canvas when she fell.
Let's check the case file again. Freya's painting supplies.
Why are they all cracked? Small glass spots of red, yellow, blue, and black and white paint. The glass spots are all cracked down the side. Why are they all cracked? Oh, I know. What do you know?
Freya's painting supplies.
On va catch.
Supposedly, Freya was working on the painting when she was killed. Looks like she was still holding her paintbrush and palette when she fell.
He used the blood to paint the knife. That's why she's so close to the painting. Maybe. But why is the painting holding a knife? I don't think that person was posing with a knife.
Didn't even get a chance to clean her brush.
Brush and palette. The palette was a variety of paint loaded onto it. The largest is a blob of black in the middle. The paintbrush is covered with dried red paint. So the paintbrush has still paint.
Supposedly, Freya was working.
Didn't even get a chance to clean her brush.
Okay.
That's the only door in and out of the room.
It's also on the floor.
Sure is. Guessing it's not supposed to be down there. We're at the top of the tower, right?
I think so. Why?
Doesn't matter. It's nothing.
Okay.
Flora... Fellow?
Oh my god.
Hey, sorry to barge in. I'm sure you're still in some distress.
She
We
looks
need to
very
ask you a
distressed
few
instead.
questions, I'm afraid.
Did you witness the murder, Flora?
Yeah, the knife is
Nothing.
painted in blood. The knife has blood on it, but the paintbrush has paint.
What do we do?
Not sure. She's entitled to her silence, I suppose.
For now.
Don't tell yourself yesterday.
En train de se fabriquer.
Flora... Fellow?
La chaîne de vélo.
Hey,
Self.
Is there anything you'd like to tell us, Flora?
She's not.
I don't really know anything about you at all.
I think that's the way she likes it.
She's not really cooperative.
We'll just have to ask other people about her.
Yeah, okay.
Freya
Today-
was painting your portrait yesterday. Is that right?
Was this something you had planned with her ahead of time?
Was there something special about yesterday?
Did you talk to Freya at all while she was painting you?
She looks so
She's
evil,
not
yeah.
going to answer us, is she?
Nope. but at least we can say we tried.
Nope. Statement.
Flora, you were definitely in the room at the time of the murder. Surely you must have seen something? Can you tell me anything about what happened to Freya? She's acting pretty suspicious if you ask me.
Yeah,
I don't
but
know.
it's always the one
Maybe
that
she
looks
really
the...
doesn't know anything.
How is that possible?
It's always the people that look the most suspicious that are actually not. Like, if Scooby-Doo told me something, is that the people that look the most
Were you close with Freya?
suspicious are not
How are you two
the
related?
culprit.
Did you kill Freya?
Grimoire.
What? I don't even think she's listening.
Oh, she's listening.
Anything we should know? Any hobbies? Besides staring out the window?
I don't want to overthink it too much. Neither do I.
Did you ask Freya to paint this? Or was it her idea?
What is that you're holding in the painting, Flora? Some people have been saying it's a knife. Is this your gramophone?
Do you know why it's cracked?
I don't know why I keep asking questions, but I just want to try everything.
Il a juste noyé le poisson dans l'air.
Flora,
Sadique.
this is your egg? Why do you keep it locked?
Have it actually break?
Is there supposed to
Yeah,
be
but not
something
now.
in there? Or is it always empty?
Lentement.
It's case file. Don't think she's really interested in it, and that just Tangled Tower. So, okay. Okay, I cannot do more.
Half the room is a big open window.
I don't know if you can call it an open window. It's more like
Je m'en
the
bats
sudden
beaucoup de pas le
absence of
comprendre.
wall.
Sudden absence of wall. You don't have a hole in your wall. You just have a sudden absence of wall.
It's so dark back there.
Somehow the sunlight doesn't seem to be making it very far into the room.
A bunch of old books, covered in dust now, but they look well read. A bunch of old books covered in dust now, but they look...
There it is. The un-
So,
looks that way.
Okay, I don't think there's more I
The whole
can...
room has a strange feeling about it.
yeah, there might be a reason for that.
Half the room.
I don't know if it's a sudden absence of wall.
The whole room.
Yeah,
is-
there might be a reason for that.
Yeah. I don't think there's more we can see. So let's try something else. There's like a bunch of rooms we can go check now. So let's do that. I wanted to check that one first. Stone Square. Wait, can I? Oops. Do I have access to parameters? Can I? Save. Okay, save. Oh, the save is on. Alright, good. Good. Do I have any achievement yet?
Je t'ai mis les rampes là où il y a de la pierre. Yo. Je t'ai mis les rampes là où il y a de la pierre.
Alright, let's keep
There's a
going.
metal plaque on the bench.
I'm gonna be so upset if one of them dies. Yeah.
Is there a message engraved on it?
I think there was at one point, but someone scratched it off.
Hello?
Whoa, nice cape.
You're not fellows or pointers. I'm
No.
sure I shall immediately regret asking. But who are you, and what is your business here?
I'm Sally, and this is my sidekick Grimoire.
A private detective, Grimoire.
Really? You're a detective. If this is a joke, it's not a good one.
Who are you, anyway?
Private Detective Hawkshaw.
Oh, nice. Hawkshaw's a cooler name than Grimoire. Maybe I'll become her sidekick.
You're not on the Freya Fellow case, too, are you?
That is classified information between myself and my client. Clearly, this is something which eludes you. But a real detective refrains from handing out informations to persons unknown.
Oh, right.
Now, if you would, I have work to do.
She's so cool. I want both of you like, whoa, she's so cool. I'm like, wow, she's a bitch.
It's not in my interest to discuss personal details.
Even if you're one of the suspects in a murder?
Very well. Let us make a small exception. Ask.
Oh, what are you doing here?
I'm on a
Ouais,
case
Gifties
at the
are-
behest of my client.
How long have you been at Tangled Tower?
133 hours. 5.5 days.
Who are you working for?
I am not at liberty to answer that. Now, I shall permit you one more question.
What crime are you...
How'd you get that scar?
Oh my god, Sadie.
You really think so?
Aww. Aww. She's a bitch, but it will be perfect for the bitchy Sadie. Yeah, that's actually quite cute.
As it happens, I completed an examination of Flora's room on the morning before the murder. I've been investigating every single room at Tangled Tower. Hers was one of the last on my list.
Did you find anything unusual?
Nothing but a thin layer of dust and an atmosphere of somber melancholy.
Was Flora in there at the time?
She spent the duration of my search staring up at the sky, out the open window. Didn't say a word, although I'm told this is the expected behavior.
What did you do after that?
I spent the early evening searching the library. It took longer than it should have. Fiona leaves that room in a permanent state of disarray.
Fiona was in the library too?
I expected her to make an appearance, but she did not.
And you stayed in the library the rest of the day?
Not quite. Towards the early evening, my examination of the library was unexpectedly
Lesbians.
disrupted.
Yeah, I hope there's
Sounds
lesbians.
of running, wailing, shouting from several floors above. I vacated the library, but before I could begin my ascent, Professor Pointer appeared. He emerged from the Pointer staircase, crossed the hall, and begun up the fellow staircase. Our eyes met. He was breathless. Something had caused him great alarm. He told me to stay out of the way. I consented. I decided to return to my office in the stone square. As I was passing through the front door, Penelope called out from behind me. She was clutching the banister of the Pointer staircase with an apprehensive manner. She wished to know where Professor Pointer had gone. I told her what had transpired. Then, she too crossed the hall and disappeared up the fellow staircase.
La carcasse, ouais, mais...
More so than at any moment prior, I felt like quite an intruder in the house. I took my leave, out towards the stone square. The grounds were silent. There were no signs of human life. Even the greenhouse was without its typical inhabitant. I noted that he, too, must be entangled in whatever was transpiring in Fellow Tower. An unremarkable hour passed before the gardener finally made his appearance. He spoke to me of what had occurred. His report was as clumsy and cumbersome as the man giving it.
Did he seem upset?
He was rattled, that much was clear, but sorrowful, mournful, I cannot say.
Alright.
Quite the stoic statue, isn't she? I can only dream of being as cold and indifferent as Flora Fellow.
You think she's hiding something?
Perhaps. She has some strange habits. I heard she barely sleeps, an hour here or there, sporadically. Spends the rest of her time staring up at the sky.
Oui, ça, je le savais, ça. Personne ne m'aime.
Freya Fellow is of great interest to me. I perceived her to be the most intelligent individual here at Tangled Tower. Within a day, she had identified for whom I was working and for what I was searching. I didn't know how she did it. I was impressed. I regret that I did not question her more thoroughly when I had the opportunity.
You couldn't have known she was about to be killed, though.
I have only myself to blame for failing to perceive the signs.
What signs?
I do not wish to do your job for you, Detective.
Okay. So, actually, is another thing. And apparently Freya knew about it. Huh.
314 cases solved.
That's enough.
300?
And 14.
Oh no! It's okay. It's okay.
The paint is still wet.
Yeah, well, we know Freya was in the middle of painting when she was killed.
Do you know that? How? Because you were told?
He was flabbergasted, yeah. The way you tried to write it was like it was a flab. You tried. It looks like you were trying to write it and then paused for a second and was like, wait, how do you actually type that?
Paints?
Yep.
Paints.
Paints.
Mm-hmm.
Paints.
You got it open.
What?
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I managed it myself yesterday. I thought Flora might be hiding something in there.
It was empty yesterday, too.
It was. Perhaps it's always been empty. I believe that was in Flora's room yesterday, but it was not cracked when I saw it last. A somewhat cumbersome device, and an altogether inefficient way to listen to music.
What kind of music do you like, Hawkshaw?
I like anything.
What a cop-out.
Stanley is straight up flying with Aksha. She just now flirting with her. I love it so much. I love all the characters so far.
Makes quite an impression, doesn't it? Although I can't imagine why she painted Flora wielding a knife.
You didn't see a knife anywhere in Flora's room, did you?
I did not. I conclude whatever stabbed Freya must have been brought into the room from outside. Unless, of course, it was the painting itself.
Surely you don't believe in that kind of thing.
A detective's job is to examine every avenue of thinking.
Ooh, so she would agree with us that the painting might be the culprit.
Conveniently left anonymous. It's useless until you can prove to whom it concerns. Can you do that?
No?
No.
No.
Have you deciphered the meaning of those 4 symbols on the harp?
Nope.
We're working on it.
That's a no then.
Yeah.
Where'd you dig that up?
It wasn't buried. It was underwater.
Someone trying to conceal evidence, perhaps? You truly consider this a case file?
What's wrong with it?
No organization, no system.
That's my style. I like seeing everything laid out at once. Yeah, it helps me think.
How quaint.
Yeah, it does actually. When you know you cannot think, so you just spread everything on the floor and you're like, yeah.
Tangled Tower. No idea why they insist on calling it that. It's not even a tower. It's little more than a pair of turrets stuck on either side of a mansion.
Have you searched the whole place?
I believe so. Why?
He wants to know if you found any secret rooms.
Ha! I'm afraid the residents of Tangled Tower are far too ordinary for anything like that. I was disappointed too.
Alright. We asked enough questions. She's really cool. I love her. She's a nice character. I feel like all characters are really unique and
You ever seen a
interesting.
mushroom that big before?
Mushroom!
Not in real life.
What does that mean? Mushroom.
Bushes.
No, that's a mushroom.
It's Tangle Tower. Or at least
No,
it's
that
the
was still
mansion
mushroom.
at the base of Tangle Tower.
Mushroom.
A giant glowing gemstone full of plants.
Hope we will see her another time. Yeah.
AKA a greenhouse.
I mean, we will most likely come back to her later.
Is that a clock?
If it is, it's a clock with 4 faces.
Can I check that closer?
I'm guessing it doesn't tell the time.
So what does it do?
Now until all 4 hands are in the correct position. What is the correct position? Why is the correct position? Should they be all in the same position or something?
Ouais. Il faut des cocos.
Really 3. Yes, that's 3, that's... Oh! Okay, okay, I get it, 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 I get it. Okay, so that's 3, that's 6, that's 12, and that's something. Okay, I got it. That's 6, so it should be here. This one should be here, this one should be here. This one is like 12, so it should be like here. And that's 6 as well, like I just saw it. Alright. Okay, I got it. Nice. I think I got it. So now I just have to understand how to do it. So 6 is right here.
Tu peux le dire.
So I should move that like that. Okay. I'm trying to think.
Reset the puzzle.
Right, reset it. Purple is 9. That one? Oh, it is 9. Because it looks like a 6 as well, so I'm kind of confused. Or is it this one that is a 9?
Ouais. C'est vrai.
Purple, that one. The one,
La première
second one, like the one that this one. Pink is 6. They look the same to me. Oh, that's 9. Okay, and that's 6. Alright. Good. How do I do that now?
Les cœurs de palmier, c'est, si je me trompe pas, c'est ceux qui ont des mangues, je crois. Papaye. Mais je crois que c'est eux justement qui. Attends, je vais te faire un test. Là, il y en a ici aussi. Ouais, ils sont 3. 3, 4 ici. C'est vraiment, ils sont tout fins.
Reset the puzzle.
I don't know how to do that. I'm trying to think.
peu dans le même biome. J'ai déglingué une partie du
Yeah,
sous-sol.
but there's like too much to think about.
J'ai déglingué une
Like,
partie
I
du
got it.
sous-sol.
I understand how it works.
Et depuis là, je vais faire une tentative
But-
de gagner à la place. Ah, mais c'est long, hein.
Wait, this one, it makes them turn in the opposite direction every time.
Reset the puzzle?
So if I turn it that way, it's gonna turn the opposite way. Okay.
En fait, si tu as un équivalent, lui il habite
I would do it for you if I could.
C'est un équivalent.
Oh wait, I think I got it.
That's the one.
There you go!
Hey, not bad. What's in the box?
A little tool thing? Looks like a telescope, but I'm not actually sure what it is.
Désolé.
I got a telescope. A small bright stone with a curved glass lens. It has a screw on the base.
Ça
Do you
sort.
know what it is?
This belongs to you, Hawkshaw?
Correct.
And,
Euh,
what is it?
It's my handheld microscope for up-close investigation work.
What do you magnify with it?
Trace particles, dust, oils, clothing fibers.
Have you used it here at Tangled Tower?
I have. I used it to examine the greenhouse only 2 days ago.
tu fais une machine
What were you
rentable.
looking for?
That is between myself and my client.
Okay. So I just stole your stuff.
A wooden trunk that opens up into a full desk.
Ouais, ouais.
I want one.
I want one too.
Parce que le serveur, il est hébergé
Looks
sur un
like it
PC.
might be about to fall apart. Grimoire, you go first.
It's a big stone dais.
Biggest one I've ever seen.
Ouais, moi
First one
aussi,
too.
sauf que le problème dans ce jeu-là, c'est, mettons, pour rentrer dans les armes, ça
It's
fait un
Tangled
moment,
Tower, or at
ça
least
fait
it's
une
the-
barre à repousser.
A pointless little stone
I
tower.
don't know. Might be a good hiding place.
Wanna play hide and seek?
I could be persuaded.
Ouais,
I
ça,
don't
j'ai déjà
think
vu,
there's much
j'ai
more I
vu,
can
ça
look.
me fait sur la salle de bain.
So let's just keep going.
Ça va un petit peu familier encore un peu, si je peux.
Greenhouse.
Faut que je vois.
Tree. Oh my god, I didn't see him there. Oh god, that actually scared me. Look at that. What the hell? What are you doing? Hi. I'm gonna look around first.
Is that fruit? It's shaped like fruit.
Too shiny to be fruit. I think it's glowing a little too.
Safe to eat, do you think?
I'm gonna say no. Hanging baskets.
Oh
so high up.
shit.
To you, maybe.
Oh my god, that's so pretty. I love purple. And then I saw like the big guy in the back.
You're only 2 inches taller than me.
2 inches makes all the difference.
It's just Forrest and I just realized that. It's just Forrest and I dynamic. Like the dumbass and the sarcastic one.
That's a handsome beetle. Looks like he might have magic powers.
Parce que des fois, tu vois pas les défauts du sol et tu
Bags of soil.
It's so blue. Is that fruit?
Too shiny. It's glowing.
Safe to eat.
I'm gonna say no.
It's bigger in here than I thought it would be.
Tools. Used by a gardener. For gardening.
Pas un truc de shit.
Bit of a decadent flooring choice for a greenhouse. Hanging baskets. There's
To you, maybe.
You're only
2 inches makes all. It's glass, but I can't see through it.
total oxymoron.
I am not.
A little chart of actually, I have no idea what it's about.
Moi, je me suis fait une bande d'appex à cause d'une souris à la queue.
Kinda reminds me of a periodic table.
Là, je m'étais acheté une souris.
Yeah,
et,
it does look
Greek
en plus, j'avais
letters,
fait gaffe
I
à ce que
think.
c'était, et c'était un autopic.
Greek letters? I think.
Kinda reminds me of a periodic table.
Okay, let's just
Not a whole lot.
keep that in mind.
So,
Why does
move.
your eyes
we're
glow?
being watched.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see him.
He looks
He's a little too big to hide in the bushes.
he looks alright.
Is anyone going to say anything? Or shall we just stand around staring at each other?
Right. Sorry.
Sorry.
That's better. I'm Sally. And the guy hiding behind me is Detective Grimoire. Who are you?
Fitzfellow, the
Aw.
gardener.
Mm-hmm. And why are you so tall?
I don't know.
Oh, he looks nice. He looks nice. I kinda like him.
You work here as the gardener.
I don't get paid to do it. It's just my area of interest.
What's the deal with the plants?
Yeah,
No.
he's a shy boy.
Kinda weird.
Right. Did you see the lake?
That giant green and purple lake surrounding the entire house? Yeah, I clocked it.
The color is just a byproduct.
Of what? Poison?
It's not poisonous. Not to you.
What's this got to do with the plants?
The water controls all life, just like anywhere else on the planet. Clouds form, rain falls. The water grows the plants, animals eat the plants. Anything you've perceived as an irregularity is simply a result of this hydrological cycle.
Could you say that again, but like, condense it as if you were talking to a slightly stupid person?
Our lake water causes the unpredictable alteration of DNA. Sometimes.
Alteration?
Sometimes.
Like mutation.
That'd be the official term. For us, it's normal. Just nature.
And you're the local expert on all this stuff?
No. I'm just the gardener.
Okay.
I was in my greenhouse, watering and weeding.
Sounds exciting.
Was anyone else around?
Not at first. Penelope came in a little later. She likes looking at the flowers, I think.
Did you speak to each other?
A little, not too much. We both left the greenhouse in the early afternoon. I went up to my room. Then I came back outside to weed the main gardens. Didn't see anyone else. After that, I went up to the garden outside my room.
And?
Let me guess. Watering and weeding.
Right.
Did anything happen to you yesterday, Fitz?
He's thinking hard. He's trying to think.
I was up in the rooftop garden. It was quiet. And then, it wasn't. I can't describe it. Could have been a scream, but it didn't sound human.
Didn't
We
sound
thought it was
human.
coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there.
We?
Poppy was with me. Did I not mention that? Flora's room was locked. That's normal. She usually locks it from the inside. I knocked on the door and shouted. Nobody responded. We became concerned.
You kicked the door down?
I did. Poppy and I went in. Freya was right there, laying on her back. Flora was there too, but I barely noticed her at first. Poppy left the room for a while. When she came back, she had her father with her, and Fifi too. Penelope arrived shortly after that, with Felix in tow. I thought that was odd. You don't normally see the two of them together. Felix took charge. There was nothing else I could do to help. I wanted to go back to my room, but I realized nobody had told Detective Hawkshaw.
More than what Aksha told us. But what the hell is going on? Are we back? So that's what it does. I enable the thing that if your stream happens to cut, they have like a something that shows you that the stream is down for a while, and like I don't remember for how long until like it goes back to normal. I don't know when it bugged. I just turned my head. I thought it was blue. But yeah, as I was saying, it's kind of weird because when there was like more people near the end, Aksha told us that there was only 2 people. Like she came across 2 people, but there was like a lot more. So I don't know.
I like Flora. I hope she's all right.
Do you think she had anything to do with the murder?
There's no way. She wouldn't willingly cause any additional suffering for anyone.
Why do you mean additional suffering for anyone?
She questioned me.
About what?
My work, the plants, bit of everything.
Did she search the greenhouse?
No, she didn't.
You sure? Maybe she did it when you weren't in there.
No, she hasn't touched it.
How can you tell?
Trust me, I can tell. She was always kind to me. She'd come into the greenhouse when I was working, sometimes by herself, sometimes with Poppy. I think they were just bored at first. Eventually, they started asking questions.
About what?
Poppy wanted to learn about flowers. Freya, she used to ask me about the insects.
Insects?
One of my jobs is to protect plants from things that might eat them. Freya brought me this little glass box, leaves and twigs inside. She'd say, put all the troublemakers in there. Every day I'd put a handful of beetles and other things in the box. Then she'd come along and take it away. I didn't really understand her, but she was always kind.
Have you met this guy, Fitz? Shifty eyes, doesn't say a lot. Totally suspicious, if you ask me.
That's me.
Baby.
It was a joke. I was joking.
Oh, I see.
Oh, baby. Alright, let's try to ask for stuff that would be relevant.
It's of no interest to me, but I overheard Poppy and Freya talking about it once.
What were they saying?
They were arguing about something, but I can't remember the details.
I kind of wish we had dialogues. Like you could go back on dialogues and reread them instead of just asking over and over again until you remember.
That looks like it might belong to Poppy.
We should go check Poppy because there's a lot of things.
How odd.
But yeah.
What do you think that is in Flora's hand?
I don't know. It does look like a knife, but Flora wasn't holding anything at all when I saw her after the murder. But there's something bothering me. Something else.
What?
When we went into Flora's room, she wasn't standing in this position.
Well, she probably would have moved around a little bit by then.
She wasn't standing at all. She was kneeling on the floor.
Okay.
That belongs to Poppy.
So why is it up in Flora's tower?
I'm not sure. That looks like it might belong to Poppy. It's an egg with feet.
It was locked, but we opened it. But it was empty.
Fun story.
I love the way he said that's an egg with feet. I always thought, what if someone drew the knife? I don't know, we still at the beginning of the game, we questioned 3 people, but one didn't say anything.
Paints are different to flowers.
I'd say so, yeah.
At any time, flowers can bloom with perfect, faultless colors. Red, blue, white. With paint, once you've tainted a color by mixing it with others, not even the most skilled painter can return it to its pure form.
That's quite interesting.
There's something off about this.
What is it?
Why don't you take another look at Flora's room?
You think we missed a clue up there?
Not exactly.
Okay.
You ever seen this before, Fitz?
No, but I don't normally go into Fifi's room.
That's not where we found it.
Oh, I just thought it looks like it belongs to her. Who gave you that information?
Well...
We don't actually know who it was. We were contacted anonymously.
I see. And what happens if the person who contacted you turns out to be the murderer?
I never thought about that.
Honestly,
Yeah.
that would be kind of fun. Like a twist, you know?
That's actually, he is actually giving us like quite interesting points of
Nice
view.
painting. Gives you a pretty good idea of the layout.
The lake looks like it forms a perfect circle around the island.
It might seem strange to you, but nature is quite capable of producing perfectly geometric forms.
And those mountain cliff things around the outside?
We don't know much about them. They're unscalable. Not even Freya could have gone up there.
What's that?
This painting, it's speculative. There are no photographs from this angle as far as I know.
So Freya just made it up.
Let's call it an informed estimation.
Okay.
Fitz's room is unlocked. It's up in the fellow tower.
This could be interesting.
Maybe later. I wanna go see Poppy, but what would be Poppy's room? That one? Oh, it's a library. Okay.
Books about ancient history, I think?
These books are ancient history.
I like all NPCs of that same. Like all characters have been quite interesting.
I think they'd crumble into dust if I tried to pick them up.
Good excuse.
Thanks.
Is that a snow globe?
Of sorts.
Let me see the snow globe. Oh!
Hey, look at that. It's a model of Tangled Tower. There's the lake and What are you thinking?
That would make an amazing souvenir.
Hey, look at that. It's a model of Tangled Tower. What are you thinking?
That would make an amazing
Okay, never
souvenir.
mind.
What's in those bottles?
I'm not sure. Soil samples?
I'm
I'm not sure. Soil samples? It's an illustrated book.
It's been left open. Looks like somebody was halfway through reading it.
Or it was left open for us to find.
Ever so slightly unnerving.
Bad book. The Ink is a remarkably intelligent bird with a very long lifespan, even among avian mystids. Other birds are often aggressive toward it, and the Ink lives most of its life alone. Has particularly feeding habits of and usually only eats the seed of the tantrum and mica. Okay. Bad.
A chalkboard.
Is this a library or a classroom?
Oh, wait. No. Oh.
Math equations.
Don't look at them for too long. You'll give yourself a headache.
Any idea what this means?
Not a clue.
I'm not sure I learned anything from that. Books about...
The shelves?
Oh, so you're a the shelves are half empty kind of person.
You knew this already. It's musty in here.
What exactly does that mean? What is must?
Must. You ask such stupid questions.
Nice.
Curious. I would expect bacteria of that nature to thrive in these conditions.
Excuse me.
Taking all the environmental factors into account, there must be something I am still missing.
May I talk to you, miss?
She knows we're here. She just doesn't care.
I am a detective, and I need to talk...
Correction. You do not need to talk to me.
Oh no? How come?
Because I am not a suspect. I am completely innocent of any and all crimes.
Thanks for letting me know.
Speaking of which, you have now been at Tangled Tower for over 23 minutes. Surely you have already reached a sturdy hypothesis.
A hypothesis? About the murder?
Yeah, come on, Grimoire, hurry up.
My apologies. Unfortunately, protocol dictates I must at least meet all the suspects. And that includes you. So, could you tell me your name?
Fifi Fellow, microbiologist, inventor, innovator.
Okay, I was looking for Poppy, but
You will need to be more specific. Oneself cannot be summarized in a single response without doing one a great disservice.
So true.
Well, first of all, you're a fellow. So does that make you the daughter of...
Correct. My father and mother are named Flora and Felix, but you need not question either of them. It will only waste valuable time. Neither of them are capable of murder.
Thanks for the tip.
Fifi, you said you were a micro... something or other?
Microbiologist, but it is an insignificant label. My studies cannot be categorized in any one recognized field.
What made you want to become a scientist in the first place?
I harbor an intrinsic fascination with the microscopic. I constructed my first one at age 10.
what does that
Constructed
mean?
A microscope?
Correct.
And what's that thing on your head? Did you make that too?
My eyesight began to deteriorate when I turned 12. Not satisfied with the eyeglasses prescribed to me, I designed this custom lens instead. It automatically adjusts based on the surrounding light conditions.
Does it glow red when you get angry?
No, but that would be most amusing. What can you tell me about the murder?
What can you tell me about... Wait, that's what I'm supposed to ask you.
Yes, however, you were too slow.
You fancy yourself a detective too, Fifi.
I just need to know what happened.
Me too. So talk.
Fine. I knew ahead of time that Freya was going to be busy with her painting all day, so I had planned to spend the afternoon with Poppy. I was in the library all morning preparing the equipment for an experiment, only to find out that Poppy had made other plans and she was in fact planning to ignore me completely.
Oh.
So what did you do instead?
I locked myself in my room and cried.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Why?
I don't know, it just sounds kind of sad.
It is not unusual.
Oh. Good.
I was in my room. The lights were off and the door was locked. Someone began banging on the door. I ignored it until the someone began shouting at me. I opened the door. Poppy came into my room. Her makeup was leaking. She told me Freya was dead. I did not believe it. I thought she was playing a trick on me, so I punched her in the face. She insisted that we go up to Flora's tower. We left the room, and Poppy's father was waiting outside. He followed us upstairs. When I saw Freya lying on the floor, I was completely and utterly devastated. Then, I took a sample of the red paint on the unfinished painting. Poppy and I took the sample back downstairs to the library. We performed a test and found out that it was, in fact, blood.
You performed that scientific test immediately, even though you were feeling so upset?
Of course. Why would one affect the other?
Okay, so that's kind of adds up to to Fit's statement.
Name, Flora Fellow. Age, 44. Profession, unknown. Likes, unknown. Dislikes, unknown.
Isn't she your mother? How do you not know anything?
I believe other people may have discovered methods of reaching her, but I have little capacity for interpreting nonverbal communication.
And how long has Flora been... non-verbal?
She has always been quiet, willing to speak when necessary, but not more.
So what happened to make her stop talking entirely?
She suffered a great loss, something she has been unable to move beyond.
Okay. So she lost something.
Name, Haksha. Age, unknown. Profession, private detective. Likes, quote, being left alone. Dislikes, quote, being constantly badgered by a weirdo nerd with a clipboard.
I'm sure that just went, shut the fuck up and leave me alone.
Name, Freya Fellow. Age, 19. Profession, artist. Deceased. Understand this. Most people find me difficult. They exhibit a noticeable degree of discomfort when talking to me. There it is. Freya, who had a way of being an exception to any given rule, was not at all like this. She is very important, and I will not rest until I understand what has happened to her.
Did you spend a lot of time with Freya recently?
I will say this. In the past year, Freya became,
What do you
1,
mean you do?
increasingly independent, and 2, increasingly isolated.
Do you know why?
I do not. If you are looking for a speculative, empathetic opinion, try asking Poppy instead.
The
Yeah,
three
I
of
am
you were
trying to
friends.
find Poppy.
We are of a similar age, and all highly gifted. 1 scientist, 1 artist, and 1 musician.
Oh, she is a
Sounds
musician,
like quite a
so
team.
I should find her somewhere where I
Name,
can play music.
Fiona Fellow. Age, 19. Profession, amateur microbiologist. Likes, the meaningful archiving of information. Dislikes, the superfluous window dressing accompanying the majority of human contact.
What does that
Notes.
mean?
Kindly disregard the polysyllabic form of my given forename and refer to me instead as Fifi.
How come you prefer Fifi?
How come you prefer Grimoire?
How are you related to the other fellows?
Fitz is my cousin. His father, a man named Flint, was my uncle.
Was?
I do not know if Flint is alive or not. He left Tangled Tower a long time ago.
And what about Freya? How are you related to her?
We share exactly one grandparent. Name, Fitzfellow,
I should
age,
go check.
24,
I should go
profession,
check the
cryptobotanist.
the how do you call that? The family tree later on, because I'm quite confused on who is who and who is brother, grandfather, and such.
Likes soil, dislikes electric lights.
Hang on. Cryptobotanist? I thought he was just a gardener.
That may well be his preferred label. Mine, however, is more accurate.
Do you and Fitz not see eye to eye, Fifi?
We do not.
Well, I wouldn't have thought so. He's well over 6 foot and you've got to be just barely 5.
So what's your problem with him?
Exactly 1 week ago, I witnessed him sneaking up Pointer Tower. He was making every effort to avoid detection.
So?
He was also carrying a knife.
Oh, that's quite important clue. Okay.
What is your opinion of Tangled Tower?
Oh, it's impressive. Elaborate gardens, unique architecture.
Must be worth a fortune.
But
Why do
wait,
you
he
ask,
was going to the Pointer Tower. It's a fellow that died. I mean, she died. Freya died in the fellow tower. Was she a Pointer or fellow? I don't remember. I think she was a fellow. Yeah, the fellow was on the left, so she was on the left. So.
I am the heir of the Fellow family and the Remington family. This makes me the sole beneficiary of Tangled Tower.
That's quite an inheritance.
They can't make you do anything, Fifi. If you don't want the house, just tell them. Or just sell it. Who cares?
You sound like her.
What do you mean, her?
I require facts. What do you know?
Well, we know Freya was stabbed with a knife, and then she fell.
Correction. She was stabbed with something. There was no knife found at the crime scene,
Apart from the one in the painting.
which as a mere abstract representation does not count. Nobody has ever been stabbed by the concept of a knife. This belongs to Poppy. In fact, she owns a number of cassette tapes.
What happened to it, though?
It has been left underwater for an extended period of time.
Thank you.
Right, but why?
I do not know why. The statue itself does not interest me, but I do wish to know about those symbols on the harp. Have you deciphered their meaning yet?
We're working on it.
I'm sure
We are.
Poppy will help with that.
Curious. Freya is normally highly skilled at capturing someone's likeness, but in this painting, she has accidentally made Flora look quite young.
I think she was just being kind.
Why is that kind? Anyway, I'm far more interested in what Flora is holding. I performed the test on the red paint myself. I discovered that it was in fact not paint, but blood.
Did you
What
discover?
made you want to test it in the first place?
Did you even discover whose blood was it?
It was Poppy. She told me she thought the painting looked like a bloody knife. I told her not to be ridiculous. My mother owns no such knife. But then I noticed that the color was slightly too dark, and the substance itself was overly viscous.
You noticed that just from looking at it once?
Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah, you can definitely tell one's paint and one's blood. It's quite hard to produce it
The gramophone belongs to
with
Poppy,
paint.
but I believe she gave it to my mother, and my mother often loaned it to Freya. Or maybe it is the other way around.
When did it get cracked?
I cannot pinpoint it exactly. All I know is that it must have happened sometime in the last 2 days.
Is she laughing?
What the hell?
That belongs to my mother. I think she must be fond of eggs. There are a
Eggs.
number of egg-shaped carvings to be found in the garden and in the Grand Hall.
Yeah, what's the deal with all the eggs?
Some people just like eggs.
Eggs. I like X.
Fifi, did you test the red paint in this pot?
Yes, I did. I discovered it too was blood, not paint.
Oh,
A whole pot full of blood?
what?
Not a whole pot. It is only partially full.
Yeah, but still. Doesn't that freak you out?
No. In fact, it may be considered rather reassuring.
So it was filled
The
with
red
blood.
paint on the brush is not paint. It is blood. Same for the palette.
So Freya added the blood to the painting herself?
Or blood got on the brush and palette some other way?
I do not know the answer.
Okay, so it was actually blood.
This belongs to Professor Pointer, does it not?
No, I don't think so.
Who else would own such a pointless little telescope?
It's a telescope.
Oh, yes. It has a telescopic lens. It could only be used for looking at things that are far away.
So Hawkshaw would have lied on that? That's kind of weird.
Do you know who was reading this book?
It belongs to my mother.
And she left it in the library?
No, my mother has not been in the library for some time.
Okay. She lied. Yeah, apparently she lied.
Fifi's bedroom should be unlocked.
Can't wait.
Gonna check that later. But yeah, that would mean she lied. Which is weird. But I wanna go see Poppy. Maybe she's here. Oh yeah, shit, right, she's right there.
Are they paper lanterns?
Whatever they are, I like them. It's like a little parade of floating spirits.
Who plays the violin, I wonder?
It's pretty dusty, so I'm guessing nobody.
Oh, whatever it is, it's playing a little trumpet.
Well, it is the music room. He's gotta practice.
What's with all the broken glass?
Yeah, I was gonna see like there's broken glass around it. Shiny statue of a strange creature holding a large horn. There's a noticeable crack running along the length of the statue horn that the horn is, and on the ground below are various shards of cracked glass. Let's get into it.
Sheet music.
That's a lot of notes. Looks pretty difficult.
Probably why they're on the floor. 1 old wooden bookcase.
Yep.
25 dry old books.
Mm-hmm.
4 lit candles.
Yeah.
Am I the only one seeing the problem?
Why do you put candles next to books? On a wooden shelf.
It's one of those big pianos with the open lids.
Don't touch it.
Why not?
Might be haunted.
Oh, why did you open your eyes? Why do you look like that?
Are you a ghost?
Sally! That's rude! Unless she is a ghost.
It may come as a disappointment, but I am alive.
Ah,
That makes you a suspect, I'm afraid.
I know.
what's your name?
My name is Poppy. I'm a pointer. And a pianist.
We'll need to ask you a few questions about Freya.
I know.
Hey, you're pretty good.
All in the wrist. And 13 years of dedicated practice. I'm just me. There's nothing to know.
How are you related to the other pointers?
My father is Percival Pointer. The professor spends most of his time hidden away in his tower. Barely speaks to anyone these days. Especially not the fellows.
Do you get on with the fellows?
2 of them. Fifi and Freya are my closest friends. We all turned 19 last year.
Do people ever leave Tangled Tower? I don't mean to be rude. It's just, if you're 19...
You don't have to answer that, Poppy.
It's a fair question. I'd like to move away. Definitely. Fifi, Freya, and I would often talk about it, argue about it. Freya wanted to leave, but Fifi... things are more complicated for her.
What about now?
After what happened, I really don't want to stay here much longer.
Ouais, c'est sûr.
So, yeah, apparently we know someone left. I don't remember the name. It was Fifi's uncle, I think, who left. But it doesn't seem like people want to talk about it.
3.5 hours of piano practice. Soon as I wake up. Same as always.
3.5. Does that not hurt your hands?
Sure.
And you do this in the music room?
No, I prefer to practice in my room. When I make mistakes, I like to make them in private.
What did you do after that?
I was supposed to meet Fifi in the library, but I totally forgot. When I finally got down there, she'd already gone. I checked her bedroom, but it was locked.
Was Fifi not in there?
No idea. She keeps her door locked either way. So I went back upstairs and out into the moonlight garden.
The what?
The little garden on the roof outside my room.
Was it just you up there?
No. Fitz came outside after a while. His room's on the other side. He's been teaching me about flowers.
So, did you talk to him?
Not really.
You ignored each other.
I didn't say that. Fitz and I were up in the moonlight garden most of the afternoon. Then we heard this sound. Lasted about 3 seconds. I've been trying to decide how to describe it, but I'm struggling. It was like something drilling into a piece of metal, but different. Worse. I was pretty sure it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there to check. Her door was locked. Nobody was answering. I knew Freya and Flora were both supposed to be in there, so I made Fitz kick down the door. I went inside. Freya was lying on the floor.
Flora was in the room too?
Yeah. I think she realized what had happened at the same moment I did. I didn't know what to do, so I ran downstairs to get Fifi. Her door was still locked, but I knocked and shouted at her. Eventually she let me in. The lights were off, but I could see she'd already been crying. I told her what had happened. She didn't believe me. She got angry. First time I've ever seen her angry. I dragged her out into the hall. My father was there too, for some reason. The three of us went back up to Flora's tower. Then Felix arrived. He had Penny with him. Fifi had this idea. She wanted to do some kind of scientific test. She took me down to the library. We were in there about 15 minutes. After she was done, she went back upstairs and I went back to my room.
That's it?
That's it.
But now everything makes sense. The only one that doesn't make sense is Hakushou's statement. This is the only one that doesn't make sense to me. Like, all three of them, like, I'm not gonna count Flora in because she didn't say anything. But for now, these three do have statements that kind of go together. I don't remember where Fitz said he was with Poppy. I don't remember if he said he was in the same garden. But it fits. They said they were together and they ran to they heard a weird sound and they ran to Flora's tower, and that's where they found the body. And then Poppy went to find Fifi. That's exactly what Fifi said as well. The only thing is, Fifi said that Poppy made her do the test for the blood, and Poppy said that Fifi was the one who wanted to do it. That's the only thing that doesn't really add up. But otherwise, those three kind of have the same story. The only thing is that Fifi's... I don't remember if it was Fifi. I think it was Fifi who said that Fitz went to the Pointer's tower with a knife. But yeah.
Needless noise from tongues expel, unless within the mouth they dwell. The spoken word, unfit for dealing with the shifting form of feeling, stand unblinking in the face of taciturn and soundless space. With surging tide, the waves are thrown, an entity of all its own. But on its surface you may see, reflected in the waters be, the orchestrator, pale and still, pulling strings, enacting will.
What do you mean the orchestra?
Hard of head, but free of mind, unimprisoned, unconfined. With starry eyes, she sees beyond, behind our walls, beneath our pond. A soul untied, it's hers, it's free. Was then, is now, will ever be. Between the lips a silver spoon, a story written all too soon. The chosen dwelling of her heart, unjustly chosen to depart. Lost her liberation lays in the center of a maze. Softly does the flower grow, all in time, and time is slow. Rest a seed within the earth, but do not rush its gentle birth. Hour by hour, day by day, tune your heart to nature's way. That's me. I'm on a list of murder suspects. Always thought that would be kinda cool, but it's just tedious.
Falls a little short, doesn't it?
What do you make of the statue?
I know that's the only harp in the whole of Tangled Tower. I've never actually seen a real one.
Maybe it's from before your time.
Oh, definitely. You see how old this statue is?
What about the symbols? One of them looks like piano keys.
Yeah, weird. This is mine.
Really?
No, well, yes, it was. I gave it to Freya about a year ago.
What was on it?
Nothing. It was blank. Freya said she wanted to record something.
Any idea how it ended up underwater?
Maybe someone wanted to destroy it, but got really lazy.
Does this belong to you, Poppy?
Now that's not really my style, is it?
But who else would own a tape like this?
Literally anybody? Don't you think that's weird? That the letter isn't addressed to anyone, or signed by anyone?
Someone's being deliberately secretive.
Or they're trying to manipulate you. It was my mother's originally.
So, why is it up in Flora's room?
She just gets the most use out of it. Freya would borrow it too sometimes. When I first saw it, I thought it looked like Flora was holding a knife, with blood on the tip.
You don't think that anymore?
No, it was a stupid thing to say. The room was dark. I was in shock. I'm just an idiot.
But it was blood on the tip. If you hadn't said anything, maybe Fifi wouldn't have checked.
Exactly. It's stupid.
But we would have missed out on an important clue.
Is it a clue? Really? Tell me how it's a clue. Tell me how it helps. Nothing about the knife makes any sense. It's just freaking everyone out. Wish I'd never said anything. Don't look at me. I didn't break it.
Does anybody else use the music room?
Yes. I don't know who, but I can tell when somebody else has touched the piano. That belongs to Flora, I think. Freya would always load up the palette with all the exact colors she was gonna need. I think it helped her zone out and focus on the actual painting itself, like getting all your sheet music lined up before playing a long piece.
Right. So the blob of black paint in the middle, that was for painting Flora?
Flora's dress, yeah. She wears even more black than I do. Why is the glass cracked down one side?
Natural wear and tear, maybe?
No way. Freya took good care of her stuff. What was inside?
Nothing.
Huh. Did you find that in Fifi's room?
No. Should we have?
No, it's just... It looks like something she'd use, don't you think?
That's true that already told me that Fifi would use that, and Fifi told us that it would be the pointer. I don't remember the name, but yeah. So it doesn't belong to Hakshaw. Hakshaw is being very suspicious lately. Like for now, like Fitz is kind of suspicious. I don't think Fifi and Poppy are really suspicious. I don't think Flora is, because again, the most suspicious one is probably not the culprit. And she seems quite shocked. But Hakshaw seems pretty suspicious to me.
There's something I noticed.
I don't know if I
Freya's
can
knife wound.
confront her, but I would go check
From
afterward.
what we could tell, the blade went in at an exact right angle, perpendicular to Freya's body. And there's only one small pool of blood. Nothing on Freya's hands, or anywhere else. The whole thing is just a little too peaceful.
So there are 2 families living in Tangled Tower?
Mm-hmm. 3 pointers and 5 fellows.
Ouais.
4 fellows.
What's the connection between them?
There isn't one. Not really. It was all built by the Remington family. Flora's a Remington, originally. So was Primrose, my mother. She married into the Pointers, and Flora married into the Fellows.
So the fellows and the pointers own the house now?
Flora owns the house. Depending on who you ask, that means her husband Felix owns it too.
What about your father?
His claim over the house kind of fell apart after my mother left.
Where's your mother now?
No idea.
Well, there's 2 people who actually left.
All right.
I
Poppy's.
wonder what's in there.
Okay, so there's 2 that actually
Au début, ouais.
left. Let me go.
What is that?
I think it's a family tree.
Let me go check that bit closer. So the fellow. So Freya is the one who died. Fitz is here. Fitz is Freya's half brother. So we saw Freya, we saw Fitz, and we saw Poppy and Fiona. Okay, so Fiona is actually the most important one of the family because she's both Pointer and fellow, and she's also a Remington. No, she's not. Wait, no, she's only a Remington and a fellow. But she's also kind of a Pointer. She's the only one that is kind of linked to like 3 families. But yeah, so we saw Freya, we saw Fitz, so Fiona, and we saw Poppy. Okay. And so Fiona told us that one of her uncle left. I don't remember which one it was. I don't think that's the case. But there's something about people leaving. Like Primrose left, as Poppy said. So I don't know. Yeah.
Finally, we get
It's
to.
not
Don't
that.
ruin this.
Let's try to ask a few more things to Hawkshaw.
This belongs to you, Hawkshaw?
Correct.
And, what is it?
It's my handheld microscope. For up.
Yeah, so she says it's a microscope when Fifi said it was a telescope.
A book from the library. One of hundreds, no doubt. What makes this one special?
It's about birds.
Yes, I see that. Some breed of amphibious humanoid. Potentially bipedal. Although none of the statues show the creature's feet.
I guess we'll never know.
Okay. Can you tell me more about these guys?
I'll say this. He's well suited to physical labor.
That's a nice way to put it.
Fitz spends most of his time alone in the greenhouse. But I heard he's been breeding experimental flowers. In secret.
Whoa, scandal.
I just wonder if he's getting restless. Considerably intelligent, and her powers of observation are enviable. But she has no ambition. No focus.
In her defense, she's still a teenager.
Barely.
I mean, barely.
Poppy has remarkable musical talent. She could be famous, wealthy even, if she wanted to.
She'd probably have to leave Tangled Tower first.
Quite.
Okay.
Ouais.
Alright, I think I'm gonna end the stream here because I'm starting to feel a bit dizzy. Like, I could see when I was trying to look at the family tree, I see the screen kind of being shaky. So I'm gonna stop the stream here. It was quite fun. I had a lot of fun on Refined Software on that game. That game, I didn't expect Tangled Tower to be that fun. But yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here. I don't know if I'm gonna stream tomorrow. Maybe not. I don't know. I will maybe try to stream on this weekend. I don't know, because there's Christmas. Even if I don't really celebrate Christmas, I still kind of want to stream there. I don't know. But yeah, I like both games. They're all pretty fun. I cannot wait to do the next part. So yeah, thank you all for coming to the stream. I hope you all had fun, and I'ma see you in the next one. Bye bye.